So like we know, the whole COVID crisis has been one that's come at the back of, like we've seen, these processes of increasing inequality, growing unemployment, contractualization of work, and so on. So therefore, along with the health crisis, it also has brought an economic crisis. Along with that, a crisis of food security, education now, with schools being closed for over 2 years. And one basically sees that especially those belonging to marginalized groups, those in the informal sector, have not able to cope. But without focusing too much on what the crisis is, which I think all of us are now quite familiar with, I want to actually talk about a few things that I think we learned. For example, in these surveys, we find that the group which is relatively cushioned against the crisis of employment has been those who did get the free grains under the public distribution system. There are many who have been left out as well. This was not universal despite a number of demands and recommendations. But all the studies are showing that those who had the ration cards at least did get the free rations. And often we hear narratives of people saying that that is what kept them away from starving. I think these schemes got vindicated, and it also got the point also got highlighted that there were gaps, of course, and the gaps included not having enough resources being allocated to them and having great exclusions because the PDS particularly is not a universal scheme. And this again becomes even more stark when we think about the fact that throughout this pandemic period over the last 2 years, the stocks in the FCI godowns have been at record high. Even now, as we speak, almost 90 million tons of rice and wheat is sitting in the godowns of the FCI, despite this additional 5 kilos of free grains being given now for over 6 months. But having said that, like I said, I think it's still a strong lesson that cannot be denied, that these schemes work and that they would work better if they were universal.